Aloy in Smash. Yes, I know it's a crazy idea and it will probably never happen, but Sony and Nintendo are starting to become friends again, so there is a possibility. And the developers of Horizon have stated that they would love to see Aloy in Super Smash Bros. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Aloy, no, they're better characters. In fact, you're thinking that Kratos would be a much better idea. And yes, I do think Kratos would fit perfectly into Smash, but something about Aloy, in my opinion, seems way more exciting. There are many characters in Smash who use arrow-based attacks. However, Aloy would probably be the only one whose entire game plan is based on arrows. What I find most interesting about Aloy in Smash is that her entire attack pattern and structure has to be based on arrows if you're going to design a good Aloy. And that simply doesn't exist in Smash. Yes, all the links do use arrows, and yes, Blight also does use an arrow, but the arrows is just a part of their kit. It's not the entire structure and attack pattern of those fighting styles. Because Aloy is a character who puts special things in her arrows, I think having a game plan specifically around her arrows and the kind of damage those arrows can do, I think would immediately bring in a different type of game plan that would be very intriguing to watch. But that's not all. The second biggest part about Aloy and what she does in Horizon is with her outfits that give her certain buffs and debuffs depending on what she's putting on. If they can incorporate this into the character of Aloy in Smash, it would actually be super interesting because again, there are no other characters who use outfits to debuff and buff themselves in certain scenarios. And Zelda used to be able to change into Sheik as a character, but unless I'm mistaken, because I haven't played Smash in a while, I think even Zelda and Sheik have been separated. Or maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like they've been separated. But if not, that's the only character in the game who can change the way she looks and then have her moves change in accordance to that. But again, Aloy would still be pretty interesting because the outfit that Aloy wears doesn't do anything other than to give her buffs. But when it comes to Sony, yes, there's a lot of IPs out there whose characters would fit perfectly into Smash. When you look at Kratos, you can already see the movesets just right there waiting to just be utilized. For example, the Blade of Chaos would be a very good recovery tool, while the Leviathan Axe can act as a form of Link's boomerang type of attack. Even the Spear in Ragnarok would be a really cool 3-hit combo type of attack that would knock the enemy upwards and leave them wide open for juggle attacks. But the sad part with Kratos is that the best part about Kratos would most likely be a finishing attack in Super Smash Bros. Because the best part about Kratos is his rage attack, and I don't see that being used as a normal attack pattern. So sadly for competitive play, if Kratos were to be in Super Smash Bros., the best part about Kratos wouldn't actually show up in regular play. And again, Aloy is only the start of the conversation. In truth, there are so many PlayStation characters that I would love to see in Super Smash. For example, Ratchet and Clank would be a great substitute for Ice Climbers. And Sly Cooper would be perfect for a game that already has someone like the Joker, whose attack patterns are not quite traditional when it comes to the history of Smash. And yes, I would love to see Astrobot and Mario go at it. Even Ellie would work really well with her ability to set up traps quickly and to create bombs on the fly, something close to Solid Snake in his game plan. But the truth is, honestly, I still think Aloy would fit the best because I think she would just bring a different type of attack patterns and methods. But then, come to think of it, hey, PlayStation, what if you just go ahead and bring back the game everyone has been waiting for you to bring back, PlayStation All-Stars? A game like that would fix all of this and all these conversations would be over. This is a thing that people have been asking for a long time.